That's the Foo Fighters. That is Learn to Fly on 100.3 The X Rocks. It is rare, but it is Nick and Big J breaking into the middle of the day for reasons that we certainly don't like to talk about. But we saw just a couple of minutes ago some pretty awful breaking news considering one of the founders of rock music, Big J.
Yeah, and according to the BBC reporting, Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76. So according to a statement from his family, it's with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family, surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect her family privacy at this time. So, I mean, just a couple weeks after the final show there, this is crazy.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago in Birmingham. He was out there performing for the final time. You could tell things were rough, but I don't think anybody thought it was going to be this soon. But it truly is a bummer to find out that one of the founders of basically the format that we play on every single day has passed away. I mean, we knew the time was coming, but still, it just comes as a shock for some reason when you're hit with news like this right in the middle of the day. It really, really sucks, man.
Yeah, sure. And I'm not the one to get all like verklempt over somebody I really never met or didn't know, but you come to know just I don't know, the legend, the lore, whatever, and I'm pretty sad and pretty upset and pretty bummed about this. It's I don't know, man. Speechless.
It's a bummer. And so please bear with us over the next couple of we're probably thinking the next hour or so. We're just going to play some Ozzy, and we're going to talk about some memories and some of the certain impact that he has had on this music. And this is one of the songs that he played right at the beginning of his final gig and seems to take on a different meaning today. This is Mama, I'm Coming Home by Ozzy here on the X Rocks. This is Black Sabbath. That is Iron Man here on 100.3 The X Rocks. If you are just tuning in, we are interrupting regular programming, myself and Big J, to bring you some pretty terrible news, my friend. We found out that Ozzy Osbourne passed away this morning.
Yeah, not sure of the circumstances, what's going on, but and we checked a lot of sources to begin with, just because there's been a lot of hoaxes lately, and the BBC started running with this. So the family has said they wanted some privacy, and that yes, they have lost Ozzy, and just a few weeks after that amazing show just weeks ago. It's kind of crazy and puts things into perspective, I guess.
For sure. I mean, they had said for a long time it was going to be Ozzy's final concert, and I think that was pretty much acted as such. But you have to give the man credit, because I think kind of a little bit, and the fact that he had one more thing to do before he said goodbye to us all was this huge concert with all of his friends that he put on in his hometown for 40,000 people. Oh, and by the way, raised $200 million for charity in the process. It's such an incredibly amazing way to say goodbye to all of your fans and all of your family. And he had the wherewithal to put that all together and do that and perform for it. And it was certainly, we knew it was going to be a curtain call. We just didn't know how soon, but it certainly makes it hit a little bit different.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's pissed that he didn't die during the show, because he said that a couple times.
Yeah,
that would be a hell of a way to go. So, cutting it close enough. But yeah, I never got a chance to see Ozzy perform live, but with everything with Ozfest, left a mark that is reminiscent. Just through almost every band we've ever played on this radio station has been touched for one way or another through Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath.
Yeah, we've said when the End of the Beginning concert was, we're like, there's no heavy metal without Black Sabbath of any kind. I mean, they absolutely invented a genre, and the man behind it all, who was behind the microphone, was Ozzy Osbourne. So he will sorely be missed. But certainly I hope he felt appreciated towards his last days for everything that he brought to this community, this genre of music, and to all of us that consider rock music to be one of our favorite forms of music, for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to pay tribute, not only for the next couple of minutes. Jay and I will be hanging out here. Ian is going to play tribute today during the 5 o'clock hour as we try our best to pay our respects to an absolute giant that we lost today at 76 years old, with Ozzy Osbourne passing on. More Sabbath, more Ozzy on the way here on the X. That is Ozzy Osbourne. That is Crazy Train here on 100.3 The X Rocks. It is Nick, Big J. We are broadcasting live for a tribute to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ozzy Osbourne, who we found out a little over an hour ago passed away this morning at the age of 76 at home with his family. And they finally released a statement about a half an hour ago as well on social media, so everybody can check it out. But the news was breaking a little bit after 1 o'clock or so this afternoon, or excuse me, a little bit after noon this afternoon, and we talked a little bit about it, and we decided we're going to break in and do a little bit of a tribute for the man who, to his credit, Big J, reinvented himself so many times over the course of his career. It's almost crazy to think about, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and those last couple albums that he put out with Andrew Watt are really good, and it showed that he still had some stuff left in the tank. And I mean, what an incredible just career! And that's not even considering you take into his account the Osbournes on MTV.
Yeah, reinvented himself in the 2000s.
I mean, that was crazy because a whole generation of people and kids who didn't know who Ozzy Osbourne was got a whole new view of what life was like for somebody like him who, by all accounts, and he himself said he should never have lived so long with as many drugs and crazy stuff that he had done. It's just an incredible life, and we were all had the opportunity to witness it. So I think we're all pretty damn lucky.
Absolutely. It's one of those things that I don't know if anybody wakes up completely like shocked by the news, but still it can be shocking. You know what I mean? To find out that it actually happened and so soon from the end to the beginning, at the beginning of the end as well. So that was a real bummer, but I'm happy that he got to say goodbye to the friends, his fans, that way that he wanted to. And it seems fitting to conclude this little tribute that Big J and I are doing to the man himself by the last song he ever performed live on stage with Black Sabbath at that concert 2 weeks ago. This is Paranoid on the X-Rocks. Black Sabbath, that is Paranoid here on the 100.3 The X-Rocks. It is Nick and Big J paying tribute to the man Ozzy Osbourne, who we lost this morning at 76 years old. Certainly was great to see him back on the stage one final time about 2 weeks ago. But we've been kind of playing a bunch of music, playing a bunch of talking about some memories of the man himself, and the tribute will continue here later on this afternoon. Ian going to come in here and play a bunch of jams as well as we do the best we can to somehow pay tribute to a man whose career spanned 50 years, introduced a lot of us into this genre of music that we love so much, and some of us have made a career doing. And as the kind of condolences pour in from every rock band you've ever known over on social media currently, you kind of get just a small idea of the impact that Ozzy Osbourne made while he was on this earth, which is pretty damn impressive, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a lot of people that can say they managed to do that and do it in such an entertaining way that made us all laugh. And, sure, the last 15 years or so, we made fun of the way he talked and couldn't understand a word he said, but it didn't matter, really. It was a lot of fun. And again, it's just the amount of bands that you've heard of now because of Ozzy Osbourne and because of everything that those folks did, Ozfest and all of the different guitarists he's had in. I mean, it's just crazy, his career. And, it's going to be weird moving forward a little bit just because there's no patriarch now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird.
I mean, just to give you just a small iota, even if you're not a fan of the impact that Ozzy had, you think back to 2 weeks ago to that concert in Birmingham, which had 40,000 people show up, and pretty much every gigantic band you can think of that's still touring today, even some that weren't, like Aerosmith. All Ozzy had to do was go, hey, I'm doing one more thing. Why don't you come on out here and play with me? And they all did. And that's a testament, I think, to his work and the man that he is, the fact that they all kind of dropped everything and came to England and played a show with him one final time, which is a great way to say goodbye to the legend that he is, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
He will be missed. So rest in peace, Ozzy. You're a huge fabric and part of the DNA of this radio station, and that will continue till the end of time. And we are honored that we have a little bit of a story with you, with sending listeners to go see them and Sabbath in concert several times over the course of the years. That's the least that we can do to be a part of that man's story, for sure.
Yeah, well said, man.
For sure. So rest in peace, Ozzy. More tributes coming later on this afternoon. We kick Jason Drew out. We're going to let him back into the studio and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. We appreciate you guys. It's the X-Rocks.